Lois and the Lullaby of Stardom. Once upon a time, in a quiet evening, in a small town where rooftops glowed silver under the moon, there lived a girl named Lois. Lois had a voice that carried feelings, the way the wind carries secrets. When she sang, the world seemed to pause just a little, as if it wanted to listen more closely. She loved power ballads most of all, songs that rose gently and then soared, full of hope, heart and courage. Every night when the town grew sleepy, Lois would climb up to her favourite rooftop. She would close her eyes and sing to the stars, and the stars twinkling softly above her seemed to hum along. Musical notes drifted through the air like glowing fireflies, wrapping her dreams in warmth. Lois dreamed of becoming a pop sensation, not for fame, but she wanted to share her music with the world. One sunny afternoon, Lois stood on the street corner with her microphone, singing from her heart. People slowed their steps. Some smiled, some stopped to listen. And just as her song reached its final note, a young lad named Joe walked by, guitar slung over his shoulder. Joe had music in his fingers, the way Lois had music in her voice. He listened quietly, then smiled, and gently began to play along. Their sounds fit together perfectly, the two pieces of the same song finding each other at last. Passers-by gathered, children twirled in circles. Old couples held hands and smiled. Coins clinked into Joe's open guitar case, shining like tiny stars. From that day on, Lois and Joe performed together. They sang on busy streets and quiet corners. Their music travelled far, from cafes to little stages, from hopeful beginnings into big dreams taking shape. Soon their songs crossed oceans, hopping from city to city like joyful birds. London listened, Paris danced, New York sang along, Sydney swayed under the stars. Everywhere they went, their music climbed to the very top of the charts, reaching #1 in country after country. But no matter how bright the lights grew, Lois never forgot the rooftop where she first sang to the stars. One night, after a grand concert filled with cheers and glowing lights, Lois and Joe slipped away from the noise. They climbed a gentle hill and sat side by side, sharing a pair of headphones. Above them, the sky shimmered. The constellations had changed. Stars formed musical notes, a treble clef here, a melody there, as if the universe itself was writing a lullaby just for them. Lois leaned back, smiling softly. Joe closed his eyes, listening. And in that peaceful moment, surrounded by the stars and silence, Lois knew something important. Dreams don't rush, they grow, gently, bravely, beautifully. And with that thought warming her heart, Lois let her eyes close, her song fading into a quiet hum, as the night wrapped the world in sleep.